Oh yeah, this manga went on for 10 years too long. Oh yeah. I hope that you are in the mood for some chill. And the reason I say that is because tonight we are going to have a very chill couple of hours here together in MLB The Show 19. It is time for my very chill stream. We need one, I think. Chris Virginia's headline is saying Swaggins was a terrorist. I'm glad you got rid of him. I didn't get rid of him. He quit. And, you know, I have to say that this is what's funny about people who are so negative about me. Anyone who's currently associated with me is the devil. But if they decide to not be associated with me anymore, all of a sudden they're, like, so good. So, perfect example, Swaggins. Everyone hated him when he was a mod, right? Oh, he's so... We don't like Swaggins. He turns the chat into like an inclusive boys club, and too many inside jokes. And his moderation isn't good, and it's not fair. Also, negative shit that the detractors would always say about him, right? Oh, he's a fanboy. He sucks Phil's dick. He contributes so much. Then as soon as he decides to leave, oh, we miss Swaggins. Swaggins was the best, man. Swaggins the best. It's so fucking disingenuous bullshit. It really is. You know, there was a fucking person who my ex, he made her face into a fucking negative emote on his Twitch channel, which is against the Twitch terms of service, and probably one of the reasons why he got permanently banned from Twitch to begin with. I wouldn't know because I wasn't involved, but I would guess that would be one of the ones. Then all of a sudden we break up. Oh, I miss Phil's ex. I miss her. What? You hated her guts. You seriously hated her fucking guts the entire fucking time that we were together. Every time she was in a video, every time that she was in anything, it was negative, 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 negative. Now we break up. Oh, I miss her. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. That's so dumb. I want to talk about fake. That's fucking phony right there. That's the definition of phony. Logan, $2 million. What do you think would need to happen for trolls to become fans? I feel like they actually like you, but they're bored because your chat rules are too strict for them, perhaps. Maybe there's a middle ground. Listen, I don't think that's it at all. That's not the thing. They're not fans. The thing is, they don't watch me. Please. They're not watching me because they want me to succeed. They're laughing at me. They're basically want me to make fun of me. That's it. That's the only reason they want to be involved. Ooh. Ooh, excuse me. Why do you think there's illegal restreams of my streams that for these chill streams that have way higher viewership than the actual chill stream itself? Because they're only there to be dicks. They weren't going to contribute. They were never going to do anything positive or constructive. They were just going to try to tear me down. You know what I mean? Because they're shitheads. So if you're a shithead, go to the shithead stream. No, I mean, just think about anyone who would just sit there complaining constantly about something, right? What's hilarious, we got someone here by the name of Derek's parents, pretending like they're Derek's parents, saying, oh, Derek stole a credit card to sub to you? Yeah, they spelled Derek's name wrong. If you're gonna troll, at least get the fucking name of the person you're trolling right. Holy shit, you're an idiot. Alright, so anyway, the difference here is, if you're actually on my stream, you're interacting with me in chat, you just contributed $1, right? Those are all positive things. Like, wow, I like to laugh at Phil, and that's okay. I want this to continue. I'll do something positive to contribute. Versus, oh, I go to somewhere where someone's illegally restreaming Phil's stream. He gets no positive benefit out of it whatsoever. In fact, the illegal restreamer receives illegal positive contributions that he shouldn't even be fucking getting because he's restreaming illegal stolen content. You know what I mean? It's a very different situation. I don't care if you're laughing at me as long as you're doing it and saying, okay, I still support Phil's content. I want to see him continue to be able to do what he does versus, oh, let's just steal everything and laugh at him and be negative about him and just do everything we possibly can to fuck him in every possible fucking way. Because that's what's happening with those other people. If I made half the money on mirror streams, would I be okay from it? I should be getting more than half the money. Because the only thing they're commenting on is someone else's content. They're not even contributing. There's no gameplay. They don't have a controller in their hand controlling a game. Literally, I should be making the vast majority of anything that they bring in, and everything they bring in is completely illegal. But YouTube doesn't care. Sun Quan, I have no fucking idea, but the bottom line is that they should be making zero, and anything they make is completely illegal, and it should actually be thanks to me. Because the truth of the matter is, before they realized they could get away with illegally restreaming me, those viewers came to watch me. And every once in a while, they would throw me $1, or maybe they would pledge to my Patreon or whatever. And now they don't anymore because of the shitheads who can now illegally restream my stuff. And since I don't have money to sue, I can't get any of it taken down. If I had money to sue, I could easily get anyone who illegally restreams me like that taken down, but I just don't have the money.
Time for the ball game.
No, Cookboxer, I'm not commenting on someone else's content, because number one, I paid a license to play said content. Number two, it was my gameplay that is creating a transformative work out of this into a video game stream or playthrough, not just a standard video game that's static by itself. Anyone on the internet who literally shows content from someone else that is raw content, unedited, without permission, and restreams it live is breaking the law 100%. There's not a single court of law on planet Earth that would rule in their favor. They're saying, no, you're literally watching someone else's work and just commenting over it. That's not legal. If it were, Mystery Science Theater 3000 would do it on everything ever. Every fucking movie ever made, every television show ever made, everything ever would be fair game. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they have done that from day one? Don't you think they would be filthy rich if they could comment over every new fucking movie ever? But they can't do that because it's illegal. But the difference here is on the internet, right? No one has the money to uphold copyrights. If the guys from Mystery Science Theater 3000 were rebroadcasting Avengers Endgame and doing commentary over it, I'm pretty sure that Marvel and Disney would slam the fuck out of them with cease and desist orders and lawsuits to sue them and stop them. I don't have money to do that. I don't have a team of lawyers, so anyone could just rebroadcast my shit however they want, and I have no defense against it. Now, YouTube, sadly, has zero effective tools to combat this. Because if you try to tell YouTube someone on your website's breaking the law, they say, well, issue a lawsuit, and then we'll stop it permanently. Which I can't do. So, fuckers get away with this on a daily basis. It has nothing to do with it being a transformative work protected by YouTube fair use law. You're an idiot if you believe that. It's because YouTube will not take action unless you actually put a lawsuit against anything. Right now, there are videos on YouTube that just ripped straight from my fucking channels. Not even, no editing, no commentary. They just literally stole a video from my channel and re-uploaded it to their page. And if I tried to take down that video, YouTube would say, well, we'll take it down temporarily, but if that person disputes it, we put it back up unless you sue them with a lawsuit. That's how YouTube works. There's no protections against anything. Here on Twitch, it's actually very different. On Twitch, whenever you have a report for something serious, like a serious issue like copyright infringement, outright theft, etc., they will actually have a human review the case, go to their team, and decide internally if this is something that they actually want on their business or not. So they'll have people review a case where, oh my god, this guy's literally every day just rebroadcasts Phil, has no original content. All he does is steal from Phil and is making money by doing it. We don't want him here anymore. Boop, permanently banned from Twitch. But YouTube doesn't care. YouTube thinks they're so big, they don't have to listen to anyone unless you're suing someone. That's the deal about it, guys. That's the truth behind it. Okay? This is how you don't plays are legal. That's a gray area. This is how you don't plays could maybe be considered legal and maybe not. It really depends because in a court of law, fair use is determined by the amount of something that you use. So let's say, for example, I have an 8-hour playthrough of a video game and someone does a 30-minute this is how you don't play of it. All right? And they chop it all up or whatever. It depends because there's so many factors involved. It could be in what light is this video used? Is it made to just be a comedy montage, or is it actually made to make me look bad? Because that could be actually considered slander, which is a whole different illegal thing that you can't do. So that's what I mean. Like, this, I would say this is how you don't play. Is it legal or not? That's always been a gray area, always. But people 100% just ripping my streams and rebroadcasting them immediately raw, that's 100% illegal. There's no court of law will ever say that's allowed. And then you might say, well, then why is it that certain streams like E3, they allow you to rebroadcast them? Because that's promotion. That's what they want. They want people watching these big promoted shows and talking over them because that gives extra attention to them. That's extra exposure for them. That's what they want. Versus when you rebroadcast my stream, those are viewers that should have been on my stream that may have contributed to my stream. Now they're contributing to someone else. That's theft. And that's the difference. Okay. Let's see. Corvo tipped me $2. Says, there have been some people who make positive contributions to you, but when they stepped over some weird line, you banned them. Third Eye the Third comes to mind. Dude, do you not have any idea what Third Eye the Third did? You probably don't. I'll tell you in a moment. I like the fan art he did. It poked fun at you, but it was innocent enough and he cheered. The reason Third Eye the Third is banned has nothing whatsoever to do with the fan art. I'm not even kidding. The reason he's banned is because he's a dishonest liar. He lied about it. If he had come to me and said, all right, I was trying to pull a fast one on you, Phil. I tried to submit, an overlay that had references to one of your detractors. you caught me. All right, fair enough. He lied. He always, oh no, I didn't do that. Oh no, you're making that up. You're just over exaggerating. So basically, he's gonna. Why would I ever want someone like that around who's gonna constantly be dishonest and constantly just be lying through their teeth about shit? I 100% would never, ever allow someone like that to be a part of any kind of thing in my streams or whatever. And that's why that fucker's banned for good. If he had just fessed up and said, all right, you caught me, fair enough, I would have let it slide. But instead, he has to be a fucking asshole about it and lie repeatedly about it when I asked him about it multiple times, so he could go to hell. And Sambuca did a $20 tip. He says, your mods are uptight. I'm out other than lurking. The online streams aren't as much fun. Every time I interact, I'm timed out. I enjoy watching and agree. The interactive chat was fun, but I get not to get when I get timed out. Sambuca, I don't know why you got timed out. I don't know why you got timed out. I don't know if you're what happened. Were you repeating you know, something a detractor would say? You know what I mean? Like, please don't hold it against me. I don't know what the hell's going on. How could I tell you what happened when I have no clue, right? How about this? Just freaking relax. Just relax and talk normally, and then. First of all, don't bring up mod stuff. Why are you even bringing up, oh, who would want to be a mod in Phil's chat, right? A mod could take that as offensive because they're a mod and like, well, I'm a mod in Phil's chat, and I feel like Phil appreciates what I do, and maybe he'd take an offense to the fact that you would bring that up. I mean, this is common sense stuff. I can't make you understand common sense, really. If you bring up tentative topics and you get moderated, I can't help you. Why would you bring that up, you know? Baby Man Gaming, now wait a minute. Baby Man Gaming says your new mods are very abusive. Baby Man Gaming, I hate to tell you this, but you very, very frequently, you walk the line, the razor's edge between being like a supporter and a detractor. And a lot of the times you bring up negative stuff that you know I'm not going to talk about in the stream chat. You know that. So, for you, dude, you really don't have any kind of like a leg to stand on this one, even though you cheer a lot, which is appreciated. A lot of the times you bring up things that are like ridiculous and or personal, and they really lend themselves to open moderation. So you know, I don't really think you have a case here, dude. That's absolutely correct, King of Golf HD. I have to agree with him. He says basically you have to go out of your way in order to get banned in my stream chat, and that's true. If you're just an average viewer and you're just chatting reasonably, that you're never going to get moderated at all. It's people who have to bring up personal shit, right, that everyone knows is off limits. People that have to bring up detractors, you know that's off limits. You know what I mean? When you bring up the risque stuff to try to get attention and drama, well, guess what? Chances are you might get moderated. And those are the people who get moderated. And, of course, those are the ones who whine the loudest that they don't deserve moderation. When in reality, you were the one who chose to talk about it. Sambuca, I appreciate the contribution, but you literally said, why would anyone want to be a mod in Phil's chat? You don't get paid or whatever. Why are you doing... So, basically, you just talk shit about the mods, and you wonder why the mods may be a little bit miffed and moderate you. Gee, I wonder why. And, again, common sense. If you had it, you wouldn't get moderated. It's not rocket science. Oh my god. I don't even know why I'm playing the game. I might as well put the controller away. But yeah, basically no one learns common sense anymore. No one, it's like people just, they stay stupid. They just stay dumb and keep doing dumb shit. And it's like, there's a thing right here, giant thing. It says, have fun, but whatever you do, don't prod the hornet's nest. So there's all kinds of fun things going around. There's free drinks. There's hot chicks dancing. There's a fucking fun movie over here. There's a baseball game going on over here. There's fun talking. Everyone's having a good time. But there's a hornet's nest right here. And you could be doing any of these fun things around you, any of them, but you just gotta go prod the fucking hornet's nest, and because you have no self-control. That's what it is. There's no common sense, no self-control. Everyone just wants free reign to do whatever the fuck they want, and they think that this is real life when it's not. Just because everything's virtual on the internet anymore, and because there's no repercussions for you doing these things, doesn't mean that it's okay to do them. So you come into my stream chat, you act like an idiot, you bring up the stuff that's forbidden, yeah, you're gonna get moderated. No shit. Anyone with a half a fucking brain would tell you that, but you have to actually have that half a brain, and sadly a lot of people don't. Random Timmy $1 says, I want to ask this because it seems like a gray area. You banned people in the past for mocking how you say certain words that don't like people mocking you. So how is King of Golf HD not mocking you by having his name literally a word detractors have used? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't ban people for that. I don't ban people for that at all. Excuse me. In fact, I've brought it up and we've discussed it at length on streams. I was like, is it golf? Roof? Frog? Apparently there's words that I say that sound weird. And so we talk about it. It's a joke. It's kind of a running joke. I don't ban people for that. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. See what I mean? People hear, oh, Phil just bans people for making fun of him for saying that he says words weird. In reality, it doesn't happen, but you heard it from someone who probably got moderated for acting like a complete asshole in stream chat, and that's what they told you, and you just believed them. Frog with the monocle, Timmy $1 says, I wasn't a moron or a troll, and I got banned. I even contributed with a nice positive cheer. What gives? I don't know why you got moderated, so I can't answer that. And by the way, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Chipping me to try to get yourself unbanned doesn't work, because I don't have time to review the situation right now and find out what's going on. I'm streaming. There's many ways, and there's the other thing too. There's many ways that you can get yourself, if you feel that you've been unjustly moderated in one of my streams, there's many ways that you can get the situation remedied. You could contact a moderator directly. You could email me. You know, people have tweeted me and said, please look into it. Here's my name on Twitch. And I review these, and a lot of the times people get unbanned. Not, oh, I'm going to chip you on stream to try to create drama. And that's all it is. If these people actually had a case to get unbanned, they would actually contact me and get unbanned. But instead, let's send Phil a couple dollars on stream so he'll shout out and makes it sound like the sob story of so many people get banned. It's not the case at all. It's not. It's just it's people who are actually doing stupid shit, legitimately getting moderated for a good reason, and then they try to act like, you know, the victim, when in reality it's just them trying to get attention. So it doesn't work. Perpetual short-term help, which of course sounds like a stab at me, says, oh, you sound like you're agitated today. I'm not at all. I'm actually not agitated today at all. I'm just reacting to what people are talking about. Joe Splamoni, completely false. He tipped me $1 and says, I hate to break it to you, but all the troll channels give you free publicity that is crucial to your success, and without the detractor attention, you would be long gone. Wrong. If the detractors never existed, meaning if back in the day, if those videos, like This Is How You Don't Play, didn't completely slander me, I would actually still have mainstream following on YouTube. Now, yeah, things change over the years, and I probably would have had to reinvent myself. More than likely, if I had wanted to remain a mainstream YouTuber, I would have eventually had to change to the way that all the other mainstream YouTubers do it. Longer videos, abridged content, all thumbnails with my fucking face all over them. All those, I would have had to. I just would have had to eventually adapt if I wanted to stay a full-time YouTuber. I just would have had to do that, okay? But I went from being one of the top guys to an unknown for gaming because of the people slandering me, because of the people literally stealing my content and making me look bad, and then people hitting me with false copyright strikes. If it wasn't for those three things, I would still be at the top of the YouTube food chain when it comes to gaming. I would have eventually adapted to the times and changed for the better, I think, but I still would have been there. So you think that, oh, that brings more attention. Yeah, I would say maybe out of the how many tens of thousands of people who hate my guts now because of the negative stuff out there, maybe a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 have eventually checked out my stuff, and maybe a few of them actually became real fans. But like I just told you, the problem is those people don't come and watch my streams anymore. They go watch the guys who illegally steal, and those guys get all the benefit from it, not me. You have no fucking idea what the fuck you're talking about, and you should stop trying to protect your fucking idols who are just fucking criminals and thieves and scumbags, because it shows. No, Decky Swerve, no. He says, would I ever have on the level of PewDiePie? Fuck no. Because PewDiePie is a character that blew up for being a character, and then he changed to be himself when he didn't want to be the character anymore. But I was never a character. I was always just myself. Right to the guy in fucking outfield. Yeah, I was never a guy pretending to be a scaredy cat playing a fucking horror game. I was never the guy who would dye my hair to look like a fucking cartoon character or a Muppet. You know, I was the guy who was the honest, genuine guy that was just here playing games every day and giving you my honest feedback, and that's what people liked about me, that I wasn't fake, like a lot of those other content creators. But eventually, what would happen is people look for the fake over the real. It's just true. People want scripted, people want over-the-top drama rather than being real. It's just being true. They don't want, I should rephrase, a lot of people don't want that. Immature people want the fake shit. And there's a lot of immature people out there. In fact, look at the people who made someone like PewDiePie popular. Do you really think it was like older people? No, it was kids. Kids made him popular, and then once he was white hot popular for having so many kids watch him, then other people came and checked out his stuff, just as he was changing from being that character, that cartoon character, that over-the-top overacting character, into a normal person. Then people fell in love with the normal person because he finally was relatable, right? SleepyXE did a 300-bit cheer. Says, are you saying you weren't a character when you made racist and tactless jokes, or was that the real you? That was me trying to find a way to keep the interest of an audience that I knew was very fickle. And you got to remember that back in the day of YouTube, it was basically like the Wild West and everything was allowed. And for me, it was like, how can I just be silly? How can I show people that I don't take any of this seriously? That I don't think that making a video of a video game is anything serious. The way I saw it was I couldn't believe that thousands of people were actually coming out to watch me do what I did. So I was like, what the hell can I get away with? What kind of joke could I actually make? Can I do some of the most risque jokes ever from the Howard Stern show, right? Can I literally address every race in some negative way? You know, like, and it was amazing because, you know, back then it was like you could do whatever. You could do whatever. There was none of this SJW shit, and there was none of these people being touchy about that kind of stuff. Now, the thing is, over the years, I matured, and I realized I don't want that shit in my content. Think about, really, the thing that really irks me today, out of all the stuff I used to do back in the day, this is actually the God's honest truth. The thing that irks me is the sexual stuff I used to do. I always had a sexual comment coming out of my mouth. I always had a stupid sexual reference or joke. Oh, look at the girl with the big tits or whatever. I always had to say stuff like that. And there was an audience. The audience back then, these immature teenagers, ate that shit up like spaghetti. They slurped it up. They loved it. And that's a lot of the reasons why I had the attention that I did back then. Because, like, wow, here's a guy who just says whatever the fuck he wants. He's not doing a professional walkthrough or nothing. This is just like the most ridiculous, over-the-top improv comedy. And, you know, he's crazy zany like that, and we like that. And that's very different. That's very different from, you know, now I realize I just want to be me. I just want to make honest content. I don't need to be constantly making the over-the-top joke or the stupid shit. I've matured up over the years. I don't want to do that stuff anymore. I don't want to be that guy any fucking more. You know, every once in a while I'll say something ridiculous, like someone just said, "Oh, well, you still hate shitty dicks." That's not even like sexual. That's just a stupid superlative comment to make during a situation where I'm upset about something in a game. That's not a sexual reference where I'm referencing a sex act. I don't say lewd comments about female characters in games anymore. You know what I mean? I've completely phased all that shit out of my commentary on purpose. I got a random dollar tip. I'm well aware of why certain people dyed their hair. That's not what I'm saying, and that's never what I've said, so you can just stop right there. Homemaster did 100-bit series, says, if YouTube was like the Wild West, why do you still talk shit about other creators like PewDiePie? I'm not actively talking shit about creators like PewDiePie. When you come on my streams every day, do I bring up PewDiePie? No! Only if there's a reason to. Literally here, someone just asked me about PewDiePie, and I gave my honest answer. I don't just actively talk shit about them. You know what the fuck you're talking about. You're trying to prod the hornet's nest, asshole. I seriously cannot, I'm not doing well tonight at all. And I got an anonymous dollar tip saying, why do people keep trying to twist your words during this stream? You're a normal guy that makes jokes that may not appeal to everyone, and if they don't like it, they should go somewhere else. It's true. But the reason they do it is because they want to get a snippet. They want to get a sound clip. They want to get a blurb of me saying something that they can then highlight, not in context, and go put it up somewhere else to make me look like a shithead, because this is what they do. Let me tell you, ever since 2 weeks ago, I had a tweet that went viral, and a lot of top content creators retweeted it and thought that it was really funny. These people who don't like me are furious that I would get any kind of mainstream with positive attention. They're so fucking angry that I'm no longer the bottom of the barrel whipping boy of the fucking content creation totem pole. So they've got to do anything they possibly can to try to get something negative out of anything I do. And that's what they're trying to do. Jackie Swerve, I don't generalize people into detractors and stuff. I never did. And that's just something they want you to believe to make it sound like I'm a bad person, when in reality I don't generalize people like that at all. I realize there's many people who maybe don't like me personally but still enjoy my content and can enjoy watching me do stuff. And that's okay. You don't have to be in love with me to get a laugh watching me play something. James Rolfe to me $3 said, in that era of YouTube 2008 to 2010, there was the AVGN, Call of Duty commentators, and you doing full-fledged video game playthroughs. You're a pioneer and should be in the annals of YouTube gaming history. But I won't be. Sadly, I won't be. Simply because of the fact that and this is the truth, I did not become the stereotypical poster boy of what YouTube wanted as someone popular on their website. In fact, I was the antithesis of that. And I didn't kiss ass, and I didn't basically make those connections to basically get in the in crowd. I didn't seek sponsorship. I didn't seek partnership. I didn't seek any kind of collaboration. I didn't try to get in with the game studios to get games early. Like, everything I did was I felt I wasn't any better than you guys, the viewers. So everything I did was on the same page as you. Get the games on release day the same ways that you guys got them. Play them at the same pace that you guys could play them. Upload. and be honest with all my commentary and everything. That's what I prided myself on. I never saw myself as someone better than you who deserved things. I deserve to get paid extra to play video games. I deserve to get games early and play them 2 weeks early and be an influencer. Because I think that fucking stuff is stupid as shit. It's elitist, and I don't stand for it whatsoever, and I never have. So for me, the reason I didn't get to stay at the level or even grow from the level that I was at is because I just wanted to be me, the honest dude, and I turned down a lot of shit. There were TV shows that wanted me on them. There was fucking companies that contacted me to play their games or sell their products. At that time period of 2 to 3 years when I was white hot popular on YouTube, there were a lot of opportunities that came my way, and I turned down most of them because I wanted to stay true to who I was. And of course, now I'm in a terrible financial situation, you know, how many years later, and yet, do I kick myself for it? I mean, yeah, every day I do, but at the same time, at least I can feel like, man, I was at least true to myself, and I'm still who I wanted to be. You know what I mean? Because I could have been sold out and become one of these big YouTuber dudes, and I would have no kind of identity that I care about. I wouldn't feel like anything that I ever did had any kind of fucking worth to it whatsoever. It would just been, I did it for a paycheck. And I'd say I never really feel like I ever did this just for a paycheck. I don't. You got to think about it this way. For how many years? I would say, when did This Is How You Don't Play started? 2012? So you're going to tell me for 7 straight fucking years, people have constantly made fun of me, constantly found every possible way to bring me down, either make me look bad or actually try to concretely hurt me in my business. And I'm still fucking here in 2019. Doesn't that say something? I mean, I've busted my ass to fucking stay here. I really worked my ass off. People don't even know the half of it. You guys don't understand why I'm in so much debt and what, the stress and shit that's happened behind the scenes and stuff because of the work I had to put in to keep this afloat, Gary Delabate tipped me $5. He says, don't sell yourself short, Phil. You were a pioneer in the realm of video game playthroughs. If there was anyone else that ever made a name for themselves, there's no longer around. I think what he's saying is that a lot of people who used to do it back in the day when I was popular, they're no longer around. Yeah, I'm the one who's still here and persevered through it. And it's true, because that's what a lot of people joke about, is that
I will be here at the end of all things. That I will never go away.
He had something that he wanted to do on YouTube. He wasn't being successful at it, so he decided to give up on it, throw it away, and now do something that everyone else does, and whore out other people for money. He jumps on the biggest trends, the biggest drama. He'll make you comment about the biggest story just for his own personal benefit and attention. He doesn't care who he hurts. He doesn't care at what expense, just like Keemstar. He's just as bad as Keemstar. The only difference is he's nowhere near as fucking popular as Keemstar.
Burn in hell, Burnell. And I'm gonna burn in hell for the rest of eternity because of it. You can't change who you are, I guess.